They've played well together as a team. They have a depth of talent, but if you have a look at some of the other teams, other teams have got a lot more talent than they have, but the Celtic Stars playing well together as a team.
Here goes Kenny Stone. Kenny Stone ends it on a big jam for the Auckland Caltech Stars, who win it by an even 20 points, 76-56. And the Auckland Caltech Stars go on to the final.
Now, of course, we've looked at the big final, the series of finals this week. In general terms, there's a lot of talent in both teams. Let's look at the matchups. Who's marking who and how it's going to pan out?
Okay, Steve, I've gone back. I've looked at some of the statistics during the past year, and here's what we see. The Hawks shoot better from the floor, 58% versus 54%. However, the Stars shoot better from the three-point line, 48%, 45% versus 40% for the Hawks. Maybe that means something. Free throws, the Hawks are about 5% better over the season. That could be telling in the last part of the game. But here's an interesting matchup. The difference, offensively and defensively, the Stars have a differential of 16.5 points a game. They're the best defensive team in the league. The Hawks, on the other hand, the best offensive team, scoring at 100 points per game, but the differential is only 11. So you might say that the Stars have a better overall game. And when it comes down to other things like top scorers, top rebounders, you have to look at the Hawks. Daryl Johnson, Kerry Boagni, their averages are higher, for example, than Kenny Stone and Ralph Lattimore. And if we look at the coaching, how do you match up Ted Baldwin versus Tyrone Brown? How do you match up the Hawks' experience with the Stars' youth? And one final consideration, Auckland has been there so many times before. This is the first time a Napier team has ever appeared in the finals.
Give us a drum that beats with our hearts, ready to pump from the moment we start, 'cause it rocks the boards every night it's in town, 'cause it's basketball, the fastest game around. Sprite, pour it on, pour it on. Oh, they got the moves, and they got the pace. They'll hit the hoops from any range. You'll be a winner if they don't get to...
We're going to have a lot of basketball action for you here on Sprite NBL next week. Don't forget to join us in the
to 57, and with it wrap up the best-of-3 grand final with a game to spare. The match is likely to mark the end of a notable career. Hawke's Bay player coach Tyrone Brown hinted that after 10 years in the league, he's had enough.
The ecstasy of a team who went through the playoffs unbeaten and whose season record is now second to none in the NBL's 14-year history. Like many Auckland sporting teams in recent times, it's been hard attracting public support. But close to 2,000 fans came to see the Stars claw the Bay Hawks 2-0 in the best-of-3 grand final. But the road to Auckland's win last night started with a whimper, as astonishingly it took the hot favourites more than 6 minutes to register their first points. And for the second time in as many days, Hawke's Bay went to the break with a healthy lead, 33-21, in what was an unusually low-scoring first half. But perhaps it was the presence of the Ranfurly Shield in the safe hands of prop Kevin Napier that provided the inspiration as the Stars soared to new heights in the second half. A Ricky Struther jam, followed by a three-point tray from Adrian Showtime Boyd, put the Stars in front late in the third quarter, 38-37. A lead Auckland never surrendered. Ralph Lattimore was inspirational, bagging 16 points, while the pressure was getting to Hawks player coach Tyrone Brown. And when the Jazzman, power forward Kerry Boagni, fouled out in the final minute with a personal haul of 25 points, the visitors were totally spent.
Our guys played hard, you know, we worked hard. Auckland is a good side, but, you know, I still thought that we got a little bit of a bad deal there with, you know, with the referees changing the tempo, but that's not saying that taking nothing away from Auckland. I thought they played well, and I told my guys keep their head up and maybe next year.
our team's got great character. And I think the Hawks are a tremendously talented team. But some of those guys have been around an awful long time, and you know, they're playing hard for themselves. We don't do that. We play for one another, and that's why it's a humbling experience to win this championship.
So the Celtics Auckland Stars fully deserve to be 1995 champions. They finished the season unbeaten at home, unbeaten in the playoffs, and had just 3 losses in 30 matches. Alan Dobson, 3 National News.
That's our sport for tonight.
Smiles all round today as some key personnel of the Auckland Stars watch a replay of last night's NBL finals win over the Bay Hawks. But there were anything but smiles at half-time in the match, as some early Hawks hustle had the home team down by 12.
It's just a trademark of this team, not necessarily to fall behind so that we can come back, but when we have had to face adversity, we've faced it as a team, and we've thought our way through it, and we've fought our way through it, and we've just managed to get there.
The comeback started just after the break, where an Auckland zone turned defence into offence.
There we get a tip by Adrian Boyd, taking the ball down to Ricky Strother.
Auckland's longest-serving player played a big part in the dramatic chase for the title.
Strother,
It's about time, that's all I can say. Is, you know, when I first came here, I came here to do the job that we did last night, and it's, you know, it's really good.
Strother was one of 5 Auckland players who ended the match with double figures, an indication of the team pattern.
Not one person carried the load. Every night somebody else contributed, and we had 8, 9, 10 guys that can play every night and contribute to the wins, and that's what happened last night. We had a good balanced scoring. Guys came off the bench and did their job, and you know, we got the win for it.
And Auckland is confident of a replay next season. Preparation is already underway with a 20-day tour to the United States planned for November. Mike McRoberts, One Network News.
So, Auckland 70-57. No doubt the Stars received critical assistance from the Ramfurly Shield, which was paraded just before last night's match. And challenging...
After a tentative first half and down 33-21, the Stars came alive after the break. Defensive pressure forced a number of Hawke's Bay errors. Fans were willing an Auckland run, but some refereeing calls upset both teams. The Stars doggedly held on to their lead and cruised to their first title in a decade, and there was no hiding the team's jubilation.
We've been playing as a team. We won as a team. The whole team deserves it. It's great. It all hasn't sunk in, but it will. I think the people that have come here and have seen us play basketball, if they have any kind of memory at all, they'll be back next year. We're so excited with this win. We're going to take a little time off and then start thinking about next year.
Tabs really give you a lot of confidence this year. You know, I said shoot the ball whenever you're open. That's, you know, that's confidence to any player. And so I took it up. Great young guys that give the ball when you're free. Just a great team to play for.
Auckland supporters have had to wait 12 long years for a National League title, but fans and management have further reason to celebrate tonight. Season hero Kenny Stone has decided he'll be back for the Celtic Stars next season. Paul Hoopz, News at 7.
Coming up, our...
Ready to pump from the moment we start, 'cause it rocks the boards every night it's in town, 'cause it's basketball, the fastest game around.
Welcome to the final week of the Sprite NBL. In tonight's program, we've got some of the hottest plays from throughout the year. Plus, we've got action from both of the final games between the Hawks and the Stars. But first, let's check the starting lineups before joining the action from game number 1. For the Stars, the starting lineup is Ricky Strother, Peril Cameron, Kenny Stone, Ralph Lattimore, and point guard Adrian Boyd. And for the Hawks, their usual lineup, Willie Burton, Daryl Johnson, Kerry Boagney, Judd Flavel, and Brendan Pongia.
Hawke's Bay have been averaging 98 points so far in the 4 playoff games. Auckland only 89, so let's see what happens. Ricky Strother with the first touch of the ball, and he puts it in. Ricky Strother, they won the tip, and Strother buries it 2-0 to the Auckland Stars. over the Hawks. Boagni, now he's a key figure. Stripped away, we got a foul call. That gets in the line of the home side. Who was that called on, did you see, Paul?
Ricky Strother.
It was called on Strother. So a foul on Strother and a basket for Strother in the game at both ends already in the Jazzman. Who will forget the Jazzman semi-final in 1991 against New Plymouth when he scored 30-something, 32 or 33 points, I think it was, in the first half of the match. And he can win this game single-handedly, Kerry Boagni. He will be a key man.
I think since Kerry's had his knee operation, he's back to his old form. A lot more positive in what he does and a lot more aggressive taking the ball to the hoop. So we could see lots from Kerry tonight.
2-2, just a half a minute. Game 1, Sprite NBL action, 1995 final series gone. And both sides in a man-to-man defense. Strother and Boagni in the matchup. Hero Cameron Willie Burton stripped away. Here's a chance on a breakaway. Oh, almost lost it. Brendan Pongia puts it down. Great fast break and absolutely no selfishness. Boagni could have taken it all the way, decided to use his teammates. Good play, 4-2 the Bay. Boyd, Cameron fired 3 beautiful 3-pointers against Saints in semi-final number 1.
That really destroys
There it is again from him. No, Boagni out there.
Bumped him a little.
10 on the shot clock. Stone, top of the key, pops it. No good. Who's got it? Strother, biggest man on the floor at 6'10". Into Stone. Kenny Stone with an air ball. And the Bay have got a chance to get out to a 4-point lead. Stripped away. Well, this is the way we had it in game 2 against Otago here, Paul. It started like this for the first 90 seconds and then it turned into really a bit of street ball.
It certainly did.
Missed shot. Ricky Strother follows up, and Ricky Strother.
They're really going to have to put some pressure on Strother. He just hangs around inside there. With those extra long arms, if anybody fails to box out, then suddenly he's got the ball.
Ricky Strother 4, Hawke's Bay 4. Pongia has been hot from out there, and he continues it. Brendan Pongia. 5 points for Brendan Pongia already. 7-4, 3 points.
Brendan Pongia has really come on the finals, and he's showing his real class.
Ricky Strother was 6. The Bay was 7. And that was big play. 18 minutes to go. 2 minutes gone in the first period. Judd Flavel and Adrian Boyd. Darryl Johnson looked like it was in there for 3 seconds. But nothing called. 9-6, 3 points. Equals the biggest lead that they've had. It's 2-0 and it was tied up. Then it went 4-2. Now it's out to 7-4, 9-6. 17 minutes of the first half remain. Long pass, dangerous pass, but it found Kenny Stone and he finds the hoop. Nothing but no on Kenny Stone. Kenny Stone's first points of the match. It's tied at 9 apiece and a foul call at the offensive end.
Might be the second on Ricky Strother there.
Called on 31, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Second team, second personal. So Ricky Strother is certainly in the action. 2 fouls, 6 points. It's 9 up. 16:58. The first half to go. Obviously the advantages with the home side and the home gym. No good. Boagni off the glass. Strother a rebound. Ricky Strother's first rebound. Moving the ball up quick. Adrian Boyd. Oh, try to find Strother. Loose ball. Burton gets around Stone. Willie's going to stop and pop it. Yeah, Willie Burton.
That's a very good sign for the Hawks. Willie often starts nervously, and hitting the first basket will give him a lot of confidence.
Well, the defense stayed in no man's land. You can see Stone from the 3-point line again. He drills it. Kenny Stone back-to-back 3. 6 points, 12-11. And they take their second lead of the game to the Kodak Stars.
Certainly can't afford to leave Kenny Stone wide open like that. He'll hit it all night and say thank you very much.
Pongia for 3 short. Who's got an offensive rebound? No one. Adrian Boyd, the shortest player on the floor, picks it up. Lattimore. Both sides moving it in that transition zone between 3-point line and 3-point line very quickly, Paul. And it's been done by Boyd's passing, which is Boyd's dribbling, which is like we saw the other night with Dickel. And it's been done by Hawke's Bay passing. The Jazzman's in. Foul, hit on the head and nothing called. Wow. Boagni had to duck his head after he was hit. You can look at it again as many times as you want, but it was certainly a foul. Boagni missed a shot, but it comes back. Oh, blocked by Ralph Lattimore on the Judd Flavel. Still no change to the score. No Hoopz scored in the last minute. He lets it go for another 3. That should be worth 4. That was almost from Marine Parade. Ricky Strother, Kenny Stone, 9 quick points. out to a 4-point lead. Flavel looks to get inside, finds Willie Burton, and Burton can't get it.
Mike got a little hand on his arm there. I think he might just put him off slightly.
Well, Flavel's certainly finding the holes in the Auckland defence, and that won't impress Tab Bulben, because if they start making those shots, Auckland could find themselves in trouble. Well, Lattimore from the corner, and he drilled a three-pointer.
Far too many three-pointers given up at the moment. They're not fighting through the screens and helping each other out with those screens.
9-point margin. Daryl Johnson! Big dunk for Daryl. 4 for him. And again, they find that hole in the back of the defence, Paul Trass.
Yes, and that's really what they're looking for.
One thing I've admired about Tab Bulben's coaching this year is the way he rotates his players. Obviously trying to keep them fresh and also mixing up the offensive options that he gets.
Yes, he certainly has put together several teams, it looks like. And
Pauline Harware with all the time in the world from the corner, and Pauline Harware drilled that one.
It's not a bad sub, is it, to come straight on off the bench and suddenly give your team 3 points. The Hawks have really got to score now and get a stop at the other end to stay in the game.
Well, they've had shots, they just haven't been able to make them, and that's one of those things that either goes with you or doesn't go with you, the rub of the rim. There's the backdoor play again. Bo Agne's inside this time, up, and the Jazzman. 6 points to Jazzman. It was a 10-point margin at 25-15. Now back to 8. 25-17 it remains. 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Bo Agne loses it. Johnson gets it and puts it down. Daryl Johnson. 6 points to GJ. 25-19. A little 4-0 run to the Hawks have brought them back closer. Brown finds Willie Burton.
I was going to say early on it looked like there was no nervousness out there, but I think a turnover is a symptom of nervousness of the final.
Daryl Johnson inside, blocked by Kenny Stone, and white ball. A black ball it is, yep. Daryl said to him, well, you almost got the hand wrong, John, but you got it right in the end. We've got a sub. Byron Vitoe goes out, and Brendan Pongia checks back in. So Brown and Pongia in the guard lineup for the Hawks. Burton, Johnson and Bo Agne in the forward lineup. It's Harware and Boyd in the backcourt. Up front, Pillow, Cameron, Strother and Kenny Stone. Johnson finds Bo Agne. Great pass, Daryl Johnson, but you've got to say an equally great cut from Kerry Bo Agne.
Yes, it is.
7:21 left. Foul was called Willie Burton. It was his first personal, and 16 fouls on the Hawks as a result of that one. Lattimore tried to get inside, nothing. Burton kept Kiro Cameron away with the left hand and got the rebound with the right. And Brown's going to try, and there's a block. Oh, well. It's a pretty harsh sort of call, I thought. Ralph Lattimore moved his feet.
Yes, very unlucky, I would say.
Tyrone and Pauline Harware going at it, the ball. Pauline Harware, nothing but fresh air as he tried to get inside, and Tyrone comes up with pace. Johnson looking for the back door, nothing. Finds Bo Agne on the turnaround though, gets it over top of Strother. Jazzman 10 points. Game high scorer so far, Kerry Bo Agne, and it's back to a 2-point ball game. 27-25. It's the Stars over the Hawks. Judd Flavelin now looks inside, finds Burton. Nice pass, Flavel. Willie just needed to be another half yard up towards the top of the key, and he had a hoop. But he gets that one, Willie Burton. The ball game tied, 27 up. 5.5 minutes of the first skip remains. The last time it was tied, it was back at 4-all. Get in front. No, Kiro Cameron. Nice little jump hook from the baseline. Out of bounds, white ball. 5 minutes remains. Hawks lead trail by 2. The Hawks are at 1 point down by 10, 25-15. They've gone on a big run in this last 6 minutes. And the Jazzman knocked away. He's got it back. He's going to get inside again. The Jazzman gets that one down. 12 points, Kerry Bo Agne, 29 apiece. The last time they led it was at 11-10. In fact, it was 11-9 because then Kenny Stone drilled a three-pointer to make it 12-11. Flavel gets inside. Judd Flavel.
That'll be a good confidence booster for him after having an uncertain start.
31-29. And now Flavel will reset the offense. Pongia lines up for a three. It's a big three. Yeah, Brendan Pongia.
That was a great roll. Probably didn't deserve to go in at that stage.
34-30, make that 34-32 with the Steve McCulloch first two-pointer of the game. Down the stretch we head. A lot of good down screens and across screens been set. Johnson has it knocked away by Stone. Pongi retains it. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz man will shoot a turnaround. You can bet your dollar on it. Won't go. Pollard on the tip back. Baseline, not what they would have wanted. 9 seconds. Here's a chance for Auckland. Flavel finds great play on the buzzer. Is it going to count? Let's have a look. John Burton's counted the hoop on the buzzer from Byron Vaitoe. Byron Vaitoe gets 2 points at a half, and probably the most important 2. But at half-time, the Hawks take a 43-34 9-point lead into the locker room. Tyron obviously wasn't taking any precautions. I see he's got Robert Aird suited up, but probably the chances of Robert Aird getting on are about as good as you or me.
I think maybe you go on before him, but last semi-final game they had both Judd Flavel and
Stone and Burton went up. Stone got the tip, and Auckland come away with it.
Tyrone Brown got into foul trouble, so maybe it's just a backup for that.
Stone for 2. Kenny Stone drilled it. Gives them 13 points in the game to date, narrows it down 43-36. And really Hawke's Bay wanted to score first, didn't they?
They certainly did. That would have given them a big advantage.
Oh, Boyd has stripped it away, gone out of bounds, Black. 17. Well, interesting there. Boyd's putting a forearm out. There was some interesting defense, and the experience of the American Boyd is going to try and upset the young Judd Flavel.
It's been a good battle, actually. Boyd's an excellent point guard. You don't notice him out there, but he's doing a lot of work setting up plays.
Double teams coming. Daryl Johnson gets away, finds Boagni inside. Checked away by Strother. But Boagni gets the offensive rebound back and puts it down. Kerry Boagni.
I think that's a good lesson to anybody in basketball. No one should be afraid of your shot being blocked, because most of the time you get the ball back anyway.
Back to the same margin that it was that separated the teams at half. Strother on the turnaround, and Boagni's going to be called for a blocking foul, I believe. It is number 42. Side ball from the back, of course. And if you wonder what the rule is in terms of whether it goes in from the side or the back, the free-throw line, if you take a line from the top of the free-throw line to the edge of the court, if the action happens in that area, it's inbounded from the back. If it happens outside that area, it's inbounded from the side. Pero Cameron with a bit of muscle inside and over top of Willie Burton. Pero Cameron, 6 points. First points of the second half for Pero. 45-38. Just over a minute gone. Boagni, 19 points. Back-to-back baskets for the Jazz man in the second half. 54-40, what a lead. 14-point margin, 16-20 to go. Burton stripped it away. He's going to dunk it, is he? No, finger rolled it, Willie Burton. And Stone knew any foul was going to be intentional on that one, and that was going to be stupid. Give away 2, not 4 and a foul. Auckland in trouble.
Very smart. Very
down
smart.
16. Cameron. This hasn't happened to the Auckland side all season. Lattimore on the layback. Nice pass, nice play. Ralph Lattimore. Lattimore has 6. 56-42. Is the Flavel. Oh, great pass to Judd and a foul, Stone. What a pass, Judd Flavel.
No look
saw the defense. Have a look at that one again on the replay. Got it back, gave it to the baseline man, which I think was Johnson. Got it back, saw Burton, saw the defender, dished it to Burton. The Hawks shooting 77% from the line, and Auckland only 71%. Their field goal percentages have been very good. The Hawks shooting 60% in the 4 playoff games, and the Stars shooting at about 54. Their three-point shooting has been in the 30s, and low 30s at that, and the Jazzman drilled at the 3. 25 points the Jazzman, 60-47 back out to 13.
So both teams have really got to concentrate hard at this point.
Got out to 14 at 54-40. They've made a run of 5 points. Stone. No good. Pero Cameron on the putback, or tip in. 57 to the Stars, 64 to Auckland, and it is 1/4 of the ball game to remain, and Ricky Strother now moves towards the bench to check in. It's a 7-point margin, the closest it's been for some time. Pauline Hawea, 9 on the shot clock. Meseritz for 3. Yes, Simon Meseritz. Great shot.
One shot, first scoring
shot of the game, and he narrows it to 4. Would have thought that maybe even at this point Pollard could have been a good option.
He did a pretty good job, actually, Mark Cameron, when he was out there, and Pollard's a big, strong man.
Boyd drills it from outside. 3-pointer, Adrian
game.
Boyd. We have a 1-point ball game, 64-63. And Judd Flavel on the bench, substitution bench to come back in. Daryl Johnson decides that he will put some order back in the Bay game. They led it about 9-6, 11-6, and then it went 11-9, then it went 12-11, the Stars, and then the Stars made a big run. They got out to 25-15, and then the Hawks outscored them 28-9 in the last 9 minutes of the first half, and led it 43-34. Then they got it out to 14 at 54-40. And Kenny Stone makes it a 1-point ball game, 66-65, Kenny Stone 23. And Kenny Stone is certainly a championship game player.
He certainly is. I think that's the other gentleman that is as well, Daryl Johnson.
Flavel found Burton. I think Flavel probably should have taken the shot. There's a better play from Flavel. Penetrates and finds Johnson cutting. And that will certainly carve up that Auckland zone defence and maybe necessitate a contemplation by Baldwin to switch back if that's what they keep doing.
Yes, certainly. You've got to penetrate when the zone's playing out wide like that. Force them to react, and then you jump the ball off to someone else.
The other thing that they had, Boyd for 3, drilled at Adrian Boyd. Ties the ball game, 68 up, Boyd with 10 in the game.
He's a player that's a big-time player. I see Tyrone's on again.
We've got a player down. Adrian Boyd's gone down. He was trying to get the game stopped. And I actually believe that John Burton has made a bad call here. If a player goes down injured, the play can only stop it if it affects the game. He was away from the flow of the game. It was going to go the Hawks' end. And, I mean, he's obviously in pain, but the rules say he has to be in the keyhole. Hawea and Brown. Stone for 3. Big 3, Kenny Stone. 4-point margin now. 27 for Kenny Stone. Just equal game high with Boagni. Both sides semi-finalists from 94. Pollard inside. Nice play, Chris Pollard.
Good, strong move.
Pero Cameron knew he couldn't do anything about it. Tried to contest it. Strother inside over Boagni. Stripped away by the Jazz man. And here's a chance for them to narrow the gap or even tie it. They still really at the 2:30 mark, just need to take whatever field goal's the best percentage. Do you agree, Paul Trask?
Oh, yes, I do. They've got to have patience. They've got to take good shots.
The Jazz man. He now takes game high, 29, and Adrian Boyd's going to check back into the game. And where's Willie Burton?
He's sitting there, towel around him. I wonder if he's got an injury.
Well, maybe he is, and they're saying we're either win or lose it without Willie. They trail it by 1, 73-72. Stripped away again, but Stone gets it back.
I guess the other thing is Pollard's done some very good things in the last few minutes, and Cameron hasn't been a factor with him on him.
Well, he's muscling up against Perro. He's got that physical size. Stone, short, air ball, Kenny Stone. And the Hawks have got a chance to get the lead with 1.5 minutes to go.
And once again, it was Pollard that stepped up and helped out and took Stone's attention.
Well, we did. We talked about Pollard coming in earlier on, and well, have we been lucky tonight? Because a lot of our calls have been quite accurate. Always a commentator's dream to have that sort of thing happen.
Certainly is.
We're both on the brink of picking a winner here at 73-72. Pongia won't go for 3. Pollard's in there contesting, and they've got it back. Johnson pulls up top of the key. Pollard can't this time. Stone double team. Wow, Chris Pollard has really been useful. The big fella from Southland.
From Gore.
And a foul's call on Tyrone Brown. Both teams in the bonus. And Auckland will go to the line. Goes down for Ralph. It's 11 points.
Lattimore down the stretch has been great at the line. He's made every shot. He's kept them, made sure that it was impossible for the Hawks to get back in the game.
Makes it 12, Ralph Lattimore. Tyrone lets it go from way out. Nothing there, out of bounds. It goes, game over. 80-74. Auckland, the Caltex Stars over the ASB Bank Hawks.
Well, the Hawks are still trying to figure out what happened. They led by 9 at halftime and end up losing by 6, 80-74. Have you figured it out yet? Well, try in the second game. The Hawks versus the Stars, but first, let's check the starting lineups. And as we can see, both teams going with their usual lineups, the same 5 players for each team.
ASB Bank Hawks from Hawke's Bay. Our referees are Stan Baddock and Keith Milligan. I'm Tom Hyde. With me is Neil Stevens. Our statistician tonight, as usual, is Dee Walsh. Slight delay in our game here. Neil, however, let's look at it. Caltex Stars up a game after winning a good one in Napier last night. But I'll tell you what, the Hawks have got a lot of firepower.
There are definitely a lot of players on the Hawks side who can put on a lot of points very quickly, and the